Welcome back to Grand Rec Park, everybody, where we are ready for Game 2 of this doubleheader between Bluefield College and Columbia International here on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Bailey Engel here, glad to have you with us for Game 2 after the Rams got out to a great start in Game 1. It was 1-1 going into the bottom of the sixth inning, and then the Rams piled on 6 runs against Columbia International to eventually get the 7-1 win. Lakin Sparks was able to pitch the whole game for Bluefield en route to the Rams, improving to a 14-26 record on the season. Now here comes the primary workhorse for the Rams in the circle. It'll be Lexi Harmon for Bluefield. Got the start at second base in Game 1 and actually hit that double that started off things well for the Rams at the bottom of the sixth inning. So Lexi Harmon gets the start in the circle. Mary Blake Avery at third with Riley O'Neill on the other corner at first base. The two seniors that'll be honored on senior weekend this weekend as Lakin Sparks gets the start in the middle of the infield at short and Lauren Bailey over at second base. Gabby Mellick, the starter out in left field. In right, it's Haley Davis. And then the transfer from California is out in center and Kristen Storer. Take a look at this lineup for the Columbia International Rams, a first-year program coming into this game at 10-29. Caitlin Devaney will lead it off and play at shortstop with Alyssa Allender batting second, the pitcher from the last game playing at second base as well. So we are ready for the first pitch, and there it is. Lexi Harmon deals a first pitch strike, and we got this one started right at 3:03 p.m. Rams able to win 7-1 behind a great performance in the circle from Lakin Sparks, and a couple of fielding woes for Bluefield, but they turned a couple of good double plays as well as Harmon deals another pitch right down the middle, quickly up 0-2. Harmon 4.98 ERA over 140 and 2/3 innings pitched. Lakin Sparks coming into today had less than 80. The 0-2. Hitter. Well, she lost her there. No balls, 2 strikes, and then dealing a fastball right off of the elbow of Devaney, and Columbia International has a runner on to start it off. So it'll be Alyssa Allender batting second and playing at second base. Third baseman Kayla Washington bats third with Picciano, batting fourth and playing at first base. Robin Andrews gets the start in left field. Madison Janning, the catcher, batting sixth with Leslie Hicks, the left fielder the right fielder in the first game playing as the designated player. It goes on the outside corner, and it's called for strike one. Elizabeth Allen will bat in this game, batting eighth and plays in right field. Again, in the start in this one, it'll be Brittany Allender out in center. Here's the 0-1 showing bunt, fouls it off on the left side, and the count goes to 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes, a runner at first with no outs. Drew Bailey looking on as his team did hit the ball well, and for the Rams, a team that absolutely destroys the ball as far as home runs. They did not hit any home runs in the last game despite winning by 6 as Lexi Harmon lobs the ball over the head of Veronica Casanova. And Devaney moves over to second base. It looked like when Allender was showing bunt, it changed the way that Lexi Harmon was trying to throw that pitch. 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner at second base. Now the pitch, popped up foul, left side now to play, and it'll stay at a ball and 2 strikes. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Lexi Harmon looking in with the ball in her right hand and a runner in scoring position for CIU. They only scored 1 run in that first game. Outside corner, got her. So Lexi Harmon painting the picture well with that breaking pitch there in the outside corner, and it's the first out. Brings up Kayla Washington, the third baseman. Coming from DeLand, Florida, with a runner at second base. It's already scoreless, but runner in scoring position. First pitch, a perfect one, right down the middle from Lexi Harmon. Tennessee native will also be in the lineup to hit a 1. Outside. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. 1-1. Hit high in the air to center field. Store at the fence, settles down and makes the catch. Meanwhile, Devaney will tag a good throw and nearly got her there, but a productive out. Washington about 3 feet away from blasting a 2-run home run, but instead it just stays as a fly ball to center. So a runner goes over to third. Now a chance for Picciano here with a base hit could give Columbia International their first lead of the day. Trailed 1-0 for most of the game, tied it up at 1-1 in the top of the 6th inning, and then the Rams scored 6 runs. That pitch goes outside for ball 1. Ball and no strikes, 2 outs, runner at third. Still no score. We're in the top of the 1st inning. Inside. Now 2 balls, no strikes, 2 outs. Runner at third could take the lead. Picciano cuts and misses, strike 1. Two balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Runner at third. Lexi Harmon get out of this after that opening hit. Swinging a ground ball, poked up the middle, a base hit, and Columbia International takes their first lead of the ball game. First lead of the ball game, obviously, in the 1st inning, but their first lead of the entire doubleheader. 1-0 CIU. Brings up Robin Andrews, the left fielder in this game. She played as the shortstop and the second baseman in Game 1. First deal down in the dirt, ball 1. About 200 down the lines here at Bluefield College's really interim home for softball. 1-0. Inside and low, 2 balls, no strikes. From the belt, she deals 2-0. High and away. 3 balls, no strikes. Could be a chance for a couple of CIU batters to get on with 2 outs. 3-0. Down the middle. Right back into the zone. Count goes to 3-1. Three balls, 1 strike. CIU at 10-29 into this game. The pitch. Check swing foul off of the fencing protecting the Bluefield dugout, and it evens it up at 2-2. Here's a 3-2. And the dirt, ball 4, and now 2 runners are aboard with 2 outs. Long inning continuing for Lexi Harmon. It's already 1-0. Madison Janning, the catcher. First pitch, down the middle, strike 1. So Alexis Holler will pitch in the circle in the bottom of the 1st, but Rams trying to keep it at a 1-0 game. Got an 0-1. Here's the pitch. Inside and high, evens it up at a ball and a strike. Rams have now won 3 games in a row. Bluefield, that is. 3 losses in a row for CIU. 1-1. Inside, ball 2. Lexi Harmon struggling a bit to find the zone consistently here. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs, 2 runners on, and a 1-0 lead for CIU. Ready for the 2-1. High for ball 3 and a batter's count. Lexi Harmon a ball away from walking these bases loaded with 2 outs. Hit pitch yesterday against Allen, got a win. Three and 1 to Janning. Here's the pitch. Down the middle, strike 2, full count. More and more wind blowing here at Graham Rec Park. It stays that way no matter the time of the year, time of day, it's always windy. 2 runners on, payoff. Swinging a foul tip, snagged by Casanova, strike 3. And the top of the first is over, but a run scores for Columbia International, and the Rams are coming to bat. Riley O'Neill to lead it off here in the bottom of the first inning. Rams are already down 1-0. And the first pitch to the first baseman is right down Broadway for strike 1. Well, on the mound, it's Alexis Holler for Columbia International, trying to even up this doubleheader after the Rams took game 1 7-1. Here's the 0-1, swinging a ground ball, tipped on the left side, snagged up there, throw to first. Devaney can't get her in time, and it's an infield single. So a good way to start out for the Rams, and it brings up Kristen Storr for Bluefield. Had a big base hit right there at the end of the game. California native trying to knock in the tying run. By the way, Holler, a 5.72 ERA. This is now her 17th start of the year. She's 4-11 as that one is yanked foul, strike 1. And the primary pitcher for the Columbia International Rams this year, 89 1/3, 126 hits, 87 runs, 73 of them earned, 32 walks, and 60 strikeouts. So this is a first-year program down in Columbia, South Carolina. A lot of younger players. Obviously a gigantic challenge to bring some wins together with a first-year ball club as that fastball is high and away. Goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike. No outs with Riley O'Neill at first base. Rams in the red again. Columbia International with the navy blue, white, and yellow jerseys. 1-1. Swung on, popped up, right side, coming in to get it, and making the catch. So after Allender snags it for out number 1, Lexi Harmon comes to the plate. She blasted the ball deep to right field in that last game. It couldn't be caught, even though it was very close to being caught by Leslie Hicks. And then after that, the gates really opened. Ended up scoring runs in that bottom of the 6th inning. There's to Lexi Harmon, inside and low. Count goes for ball 1. Riley O'Neill on at first base. Just a consistent table setter for Bluefield, always getting on base. That time even showing a bit of speed there. 1-0. Hit deep to right field, pushing for the corner, and it is foul. So with more wind coming in, it's not going to help that softball at all. It's a ball and a strike. 1 out, runner at first. Their second highest average on the team. Now, Drew Bailey's team just really not struggling with getting quality base hits. 1-1. We're going to foul tip back to the screen. Count goes to 1-2. He shared something on social media the other day where this team is setting records for home runs hit. As the pitching has to be stronger, a little bit more deep. We could see glimpses of that today with Lakin Sparks, how well she pitched in game 1, and if Lexi Harmon can fight through these next few innings, the same thing. As Harmon pops that one to left field, backing up on it, she makes the catch. So now there's 2 outs with a runner at first, still 1-0 in favor of Columbia International. Robin Andrews makes the catch, and here comes Lakin Sparks, the winner of the last game in the circle, and now trying to push in Riley O'Neill from first base. First pitch to the second, or rather the shortstop, is right down the middle. Sparks, the sophomore from nearby Tazewell High School, did really most of the pitching for the Bulldogs there. Didn't play a lot of position softball, just was on the circle or on the rubber most of the time in her college career. Now playing as a shortstop. 0-1. Swings and pops it up right side, out of play. And she's quickly down 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. Riley O'Neill at first with 2 outs and a 1-0 lead for Columbia International in game 2 of this doubleheader. Here's the 0-2. Swinging, fouls it straight back again. No balls, 2 strikes. Another 0-2, swing and a miss. Got her with a changeup, and the Rams leave a runner on. 1-0 CIU on to the second inning here in Bluefield. Leslie Hicks, Elizabeth Allen, and Brittany Allender all due up for CIU with a 1-0 lead against Lexi Harmon here in the top of the second inning. First pitch, whip right down the middle, strike one. Rams had a runner at first base back in that bottom of the first inning, could not knock her home. But Columbia International able to take the lead for the first time today. They trailed the entire first game, then tied it up, and then the Rams took a 7-1 lead. As the 1-0 goes outside, or rather the 0-1 goes outside, so it evens it up in 1-1. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Game 4 of 8 games in 4 days for Bluefield softball. That is really unheard of. 1-1. Swing and a miss, strike two. And it really is a testament to these young women as student athletes, because not only have to play softball twice a day, you have to be at the field pretty early, also practice, but then you have schoolwork to do, and that's not easy. 2 strikes on her. The pitch popped up right side of the infield. Could be tough for Riley O'Neill, and Lakin Sparks comes in and drops it. So the wind twirling the ball up in the atmosphere, and the Rams could not come down with it, so now the leadoff batter is on for CIU. Leslie Hicks is on, and I guess it's a good time to tell you the alignment of the infield now. Sparks is now at first base. Riley O'Neill is at second. Lauren Bailey at shortstop, and the wind is also here. The wind has literally opened up the gate. So there's a gate out in right center field, and it has just been pushed open. There should be a little bit of padding out there, at least one would think. And now the gate that was opened up in between games, the wind strong enough to blow open a metal gate. Another day in the life here at Graham Rec Park, and here we are for the second batter of the inning, Elizabeth Allen. First pitch, shows bunt, spins it down the third baseline, foul. Count of no balls, 1 strike. Got an 0-1 with the runner at first. Lexi Harmon deals. Bunt laid down, it's a good one. Avery picks it up, throw to first, right on target. Sacrifice is intact as Hicks moves to second. So with 1 gone, Lexi Harmon has to deal with the 9th hitter in the lineup, Allender. Pitch, looks at it down low for strike, or rather ball 1. Center fielder up in the count, 1-0. Devaney on deck, already 1-0 in favor of CIU with 1 out in the top of the second inning. High fly down the left field line, hooking foul, and over towards the shed, so now 2 strikes. Either it's just a ball and a strike. Lexi Harmon trying to die another batter here with a runner at second. Popped up. Should be a can of corn in the infield. Lexi Harmon steps in, makes the catch. There's out number 2. 2 gone, and right back to the top of the lineup with the shortstop, Devaney. Fouled back, strike 1. And a no balls, 1 strike. Pitch, fouled away, right side, out of play. No balls, 2 strikes. Lexi Harmon trying to pitch a scoreless frame here. Another 0-2. Fouled away, trying to get her with a changeup, and she fouled it off. At an 0-2, the pitch popped up again and foul. Down the hill, no balls, 2 strikes. Another 0-2. Just a bit low, ball 1. Ready for the 1-2 with a runner at second base and a 1-0 lead for CIU. Pitch is high and tight. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Lexi Harmon can't get herself into situations like this every inning, and gotta give credit to Columbia International making her throw extra pitches. Deals 2-2. Swing and a miss. Got her. It's dropped. Casanova pops to first, and the 3rd out is recorded. CIU leaves a runner in scoring position, and they still lead 1-0 as we go to the bottom of the 2nd. Holler still in the circle as we go to the bottom of the 2nd inning. Rams are down 1-0. Veronica Casanova to lead it off with Gabby Mellick on deck. That pitch hits the outside corner for strike 1. Rams left a runner on. Now the 5th batter in the lineup for Bluefield. Here's the 0-1. Not down the middle. Not sure what she's looking at there. Taking a couple of good pitches. No balls, 2 strikes. Casanova is leaving a good amount of space between her and home plate. These outside pitches are going to be even harder to hit, but a bit easier on the inside ones. Here's the 0-2. Nearly got her, but that was outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes. No outs. Here's a 1-2. popped up behind home plate out of the ballpark, so Casanova trying to get on base. Had that crucial walk in the 6th inning. She got on after fouling off a few and really led the way for the Rams to end up scoring those 6 runs in the bottom of the 6th for that 7-1 victory. Here's the 1-2. Fouls it off the end of the bat, rolling in the dirt on the first base side. One ball, 2 strikes, no outs. The pitch popped up right side. Drifting a little bit with the wind, but it's still caught. Allender makes the catch for out number 1, and Gabby Mellick comes up. Well, Mellick had the game-winning, I guess you could say that since it took the lead for Bluefield, but ended up having that foul out towards the left field line, and it brought in a run, and Gentry immediately tagged up. By the way, another gust of wind. Now, that's probably one of the stronger ones we've seen all day. It's an absolute sandstorm right now going from left to right and washing out everybody that's sitting on the first base side. So Mellick up to the plate, nobody's on with 1 out. 1-0, Bluefield trailing. First pitch to the Slappers, swings and grounds it down the first baseline. And she ran into her own batted ball, so she is out. Hit her right in the wrist, so she's out. Now there are 2 outs. And Drew Bailey's not even going to argue on that one. He knows that that's probably the right call. Actually, just want some clarification. I think Mellick thought that the ball was in foul territory, but the home plate umpire says it's in fair territory. So now Mary Blake Avery steps up to the dish. 2 outs, nobody on. First pitch, stroked foul, left side, and out of play. Got an 0-1. Already 2 outs as Mary Blake Avery tries to put somebody on here. Pitch popped up, left field. Backing up Devaney, called off, and the center fielder Allender steps up to make the catch in left field right in front of Andrews. 3 up, 3 down, go the Rams on to the 3rd. It's 1-0 CIU. Welcome back, everybody. Allender ready to lead it off here in the third inning. And the Rams are down 1-0 to CIU. Bailey Engel here on the call here at Graham Rec Park. Game 2 of this doubleheader. Bluefield able to win the game 1, 7-1. Really a dominant showing by Lakin Sparks in the circle, and Bluefield played some pretty stout defense considering and they have won 3 games in a row. Here's the pitch. Allender shows bunt. That was not, did pull back actually. 2 balls, no strikes. Outside, 3 balls, no strikes. So in the 2-3-4 end of the lineup, Washington on deck. Harmon down in the count early, 3 balls, no strikes. Winds and rocks. Inside, and it's a 4-pitch walk to start out the third inning. Oh, beautiful mountainous backdrop here in the 2 Virginias. We're on the Virginia side. The only Rams facility that plays in West Virginia is actually the football team out at Mitchell Stadium. Everybody else, just like the school, plays on the Virginia side. First pitch to Washington. Loops high and away, and that has started off the inning with 5 straight balls. One ball, no strikes, runner at first. Here's the pitch. They get 6 straight balls. Well, just pecking around the zone, just hasn't been able to get right into it so far here in the third inning. Washington's due for a big hit. 2-0. There it is, strike 1. Count goes to 2-1. Wind has finally stopped. Sort of a sunny afternoon here in Bluefield. Without the wind, it'd really be picturesque. For the 2-1. Popped up right side of the infield. Riley O'Neal finds it in the sunny sky and makes the catch for out number 1. Vecchiano brought in the first and only run of this game. First baseman's ready at the plate. First deal to her. Popped up down the right field line. Long run for Haley Davis, and she can't get there as it drops in foul territory. A long strike 1. And an 0-1. Rams hoping for another double play. That one is pitched inside. Goes to 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Runner at first. Hit well and deep. Left field. Melick back to the warning track. Jumps to make the catch. There is out number 2. Trying to tag up as that throw is offline, rolling past Lakin Sparks. Now on her way to third. Sparks will just keep it, and it ends up being a very productive out. Almost a 2-run blast. Melick went all the way back to the fence to make the catch, but Allender able to advance very quickly from second to third. Rams did not expect that. Here's Robin Andrews. Base hit could make it 2-0. First pitch to her. In the air, deep to left field, hooking foul and out of play. Long strike 1. Here's the 0-1. Outside and low. Ball and a strike. Here's the pitch. Ground ball, third base side. Good snag by Avery. Throw to first, on target. Saves a run from being scored, and that does it for the top of the third inning. 1-0 the score stays. Rams trying to come back when we come back. Bottom of the third on the way. Bottom of the third inning, Rams looking for the first run of the ball game, and Haley Davis will lead it off against Holler. 8-9-1 due up for the Rams. They'll go Davis, Kennedy, and then the leadoff hitter in Riley O'Neill. The pitch outside, 2 balls, no strikes. Holler's pitched well so far. Rams got that base knock from Riley O'Neill to start off the bottom of the first. Haven't really done anything since then. 2-0. Hit in the air, deep to left field. Charging up Andrews, settles down and makes the catch. Just didn't get enough oomph on that one, and there's out number 1, Bryn Kennedy, the freshman. Designated player in this one. First pitch to Kennedy. Freshman takes a strike, counted 0-1. Well, Holler really is feeling it. A sub-5 ERA coming into the game and really hasn't gotten much run support to date, and that's why she has so many losses. But if they're able to keep this 1-0 lead, she could have another win as that one deals inside. 2 balls, no strikes. Popped up behind home plate, out of play. And up for the ball and 2 strikes for Kennedy. Already 1 out. Pitch. Swings and grounds it down the first baseline. Snagged in fair territory, and Picciano touches the bag for out number 2. Brings up Riley O'Neill. He's 1 for 1. Thanks so well for Bluefield, just trying to set the table so somebody else can knock her in. 1-0 the score. 2 outs, nobody on for Bluefield. First pitch loops high and away, or high and in. All in, no strikes. Comes a 1-0, and it's high. 2 balls, no strikes, nobody on. Holler is dealing well. Rams haven't been able to get clean base hits. Comes the 2-0. Popped up down the right field line. Could be trouble. Wynn pushing it out towards the corner, and it is foul, but just foul by about 2 feet to the right of the line. So 2 balls, 1 strike to Riley O'Neill, trying to calibrate and put in fair territory. 2 gone. 2-1. In the dirt, ball 3. So what can the Rams do here, trying to put a run on the board, down 1-0? Pitch. Inside corner. Taking it there, and now a full count. So the Rams are down to their final strike at the bottom of the 3rd, down 1-0. Best hitter in the lineup really battling here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Holler deals. Inside and low, ball 4. Riley O'Neill takes. Now Kristen Storer can try to knock in the game-tying run. More wind. Going left to right. Certainly not helping these right-handed hitters. It's not a hitter's ballpark, that's for sure. We used to have an American flag out in center field as Storer cranks it down the left field line and foul for strike 1. And that flagpole, the wind blew so much it fell out of the ground. It was taken out of the ground. It just fell over. A metal flagpole. That was when we could gauge if the wind was blowing out, but if I was a betting man, it's not. 0-1. High and away, ball 1. Ball and a strike. Storer trying to knock in Riley O'Neill. That could tie the game. 1-1. Ground ball left side. Could be trouble. Devaney picks it up. Throw to first. Not in time. Storer beats out the throw, and it's a 2-out infield single. All of a sudden, the tying run stays at first, or rather goes to second base, and the go-ahead run is at first for Kristen Storer. Lexi Harmon trying to tie it up or take the lead here. Already 2 outs. We literally had to take a break because of the wind. It is that bad here. And now I got a little bit of the grit in my teeth. So next wind gust, I'm just going to keep my mouth shut and I'll let you decide what's going on. First pitch to Lexi Harmon. Inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. 2 base runners on as Harmon fouls it off. Evens the count at 1-1. O'Neal got there on a walk. Storer beat out the throw from short. Ball and a strike. Here's the offer. In the dirt, ball two. Janning kept in front, throw to third, offline, and Riley O'Neal slides in after the wild pitch. Meanwhile, Storer moves over to scoring position as well, so a base hit could give the Rams the lead if it's a good enough one from Lexi Harmon. Runners at second and third for Bluefield. 2 balls, 1 strike. 1-0, 2 outs. 2-1. Just missing. That was close. Ball 3. So Harmon with the batter's count. Riley O'Neal sliding in safely at third. Bit of a gamble there, but got there anyway. 3-1. Up high, ball 4. Bases loaded for Lakin Sparks. So the sophomore second baseman, or rather the shortstop to start it, moved over to first. Could knock in her teammates here to give the Rams the lead. It's 1-0 with 2 outs. A big spot for Bluefield and an even bigger spot for the Columbia International pitcher in Holler. Sparks at the plate looking for her first hit of this game. Bottom of the third. 2 outs, 3 runners on. Bases loaded. First pitch. High and tight towards the wrist. Ball 1. So Holler trying to talk with Janning on where she wants to put this pitch and doesn't want to walk in the tying run with 2 outs as well. 1-0. High again. 2 balls, no strikes. Now a timeout called by Madison Janning, trying to talk this one over with Holler. Bases loaded with 2 outs. More and more win. Riley O'Neal waiting by at third. She could tie the game. Storer could take the lead. Standing at second, and Lexi Harmon getting on at first with a walk. Well, she could add another run to make it 3-1. The pitch and the dirt almost rolls behind Janning. Riley O'Neal does not go. Storer took a big jump off of second. But now 3 balls, no strikes to Lakin Sparks. A ball away from tying up the ball game. Long bottom of the third for Bluefield. Down the plate, strike 1. Sparks didn't have the green light on 3-0. Now a batter's count. 3-1. Foul tip, and now a full count. Rolls behind Janning. Holler has stormed her way back. It's a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded. Rams down 1-0. Holler gets those calls from her third base dugout. Toes back on the rubber. Payoff. Inside corner, got her, strike 3. Big time pitch there for Holler, and the bases left loaded. Rams can't come up with the lead. It's 1-0. Madison Janning to lead it off. 1-0. Rams left the bases loaded in the bottom of the third. Here we are in the top of the fourth, and it's still 1-0 in favor of CIU after they scored the game's opening run in the first inning. Lexi Harmon still on the rubber. She rocks and deals. First pitch, inside, ball one. Beautiful day for softball despite the occasional gigantic wind gusts. It's sunlight beaming down across the Appalachian Mountains. It's about 5 degrees cooler up here than it is down on the regular sea level. 1-0. Swing and a miss, strike one. Most people have their jackets out, and well, there's some sweatpants sometimes, but really is nice out here. Ball and a strike to the righty. Pitch hit high in the air, deep left field. If it's fair, no, it bounces in foul territory. It's strike two. One ball, two strikes. Malik lets it drop in foul territory. It's a long run for her. Shake of the side from Lexi Harmon. 1-2. Swinging a ground ball left side. Bailey can't make it. Another error. Another move in the infield. Lauren Bailey as the shortstop. Taylon Strange now as second baseman. Lakin Sparks seemingly is on the bench. Don't know if that's going to happen for the rest of the game or what that will mean in the lineup. I think Drew Bailey was not excited about her taking strike three with the bases loaded. First pitch to Hicks. Shows bunt, lays it down, first base side and foul. So Riley O'Neill is back at first base. Here's the 0-1. Down the middle, but to the right, so it evens it up at 1-1. Leslie Hicks trying to knock in another run, staying at 1-0. We don't really have some high-scoring affairs. Other than that bottom of the sixth, the score predominantly today, Bluefield winning or losing, has been 1-0. 1-1. Shows bunt, bounces it down first base side. Riley O'Neill rifles to first, and it's caught for the sacrifice bunt. So ends up being a 1-4 putout, or excuse me, a 3-4 putout. Looks like we're going to have a pinch hitter here. Trinity Jennings back into the game. Played in the first game as the first baseman. So playing in the place of Elizabeth Allen. Comes the pinch hitter with one out. Runner at second base. Lexi Harmon pitches. Swinging a line drive, spinning foul left side now to play. It's foul. And the count at 0-1. Columbia International scoring back in the first inning. Swing and a miss, well out in front, and Lexi Harmon's up 0-2. No balls, two strikes. Runner at second base can make it 2-0. Here's the 0-2. Swinging a ground ball foul. She was early on it again, so Lexi Harmon on a couple of these change-ups. Jennings has been in front. No balls, two strikes. 0-2. Ground ball, third base side, and foul. Once again, well early. 4 pitches, all fouled. Days at no balls, 2 strikes. Rams trying to get the brooms out for the second straight day with a sweep, but they're down 1-0. Another 0-2. High off the glove of Casanova, rolls off of the backstop, and the runner moves to third with 1 out. So Janning now to third after the E6. And the sacrifice bunt. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Trying to find the second out. 1-2. Swing and a miss. Big time strikeout for Lexi Harmon and a clutch one. So now 2 outs with a runner at third base. Comes Brittany Allender. Runner at third can make it 2-0. Lexi Harmon trying to pitch another scoreless frame at the top of the 4th inning. First pitch is inside for ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Runner at third. Pitch. Cranked into left field. It's a base hit. 2-0 the score and an RBI single from Allender. Janning comes home. Melick really had no chance at that one. It just dropped in front. And a big time 2-out base knock. Now showing bunt with 2 outs. Casanova throws well to the right. That wasn't even close. So Allender steals. Devaney at the plate now. And it's a strike. Count at 0-1. Long top of the 4th inning already. 2-0. The pitch. Ground ball straight to Bailey. Dives on her knee. Throws to first. Not in time. Runners going home. Casanova wasn't covering, and it's 3-0. Nightmarish fielding woes for Bluefield. And Bailey stumbled. Otherwise, that could have been just a 6-3 ground out easily, but instead now 3-0. First pitch, Allender looks at it. Casanova throws to second, not in time. Another stolen bag. I think Columbia International has started to pick up on a trend here. No balls, 1 strike. So Allender, the second baseman, could make it 4-0. 0-1. Ground ball towards the middle, past the dive of Bailey. Storer fields it. Will have to throw it all the way home. Goes to the right, rolls to the backstop. Allender's on to second. By the way, 5-0. Now trying for 3. Throw there. No tag from Bailey. Dives back. She's safe. It's a Little League triple. Rams are just throwing the ball around, and this has been a fundamentally unsound inning. 4-0 the score. Kayla Washington to the plate. CIU trying to end their 3-game losing skid as well. The pitch loops up high for ball 1. By the way, all this being done with 2 outs. One ball, no strikes. 2 outs. Ready for the pitch. Popped up behind home plate, out of play. Ball and a strike. 1-1. Rip foul. Third baseline, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Columbia International already pouring on the runs. 3 runs at the top of the 4th inning. It's made it 4-0. One ball, 2 strikes with a runner at third. 1-2 from Harmon. Swinging a soft roller over to third. Avery throws to first in time, and the top of the 4th is finally over. 4 runs now on the board for Columbia International on to the bottom of the 4th, and the Rams are trying to score their first run of this ball game. After a frustrating top of the 4th, Rams trying to come back from a 4-0 deficit. Here's Veronica Casanova, swings and misses as the first pitch from Pollard. So far pitching a shutout. CIU really capitalizing on the Rams throwing the ball around in that top of the 4th inning. Scored 3 runs. Here's the 0-1. In the air, right field. Long run in, makes the catch. There's out number 1. Back to Gabby Mellick. Last time up, she ran into her own batted ball. Had to slap that one, and it's a bit high and inside, ball 1. Bottom of the 4th inning. Oh, 1. In the air, left field. Caught. 2 outs. Quick 2 outs already, and here's Mary Blake Avery, also 0 for 1. This doubleheader started at 12:57. This game started at 3:03. A bit longer already here in Game 2. First pitch popped up left field. Andrews calls it. Stays true to her word. 3 up, 3 down. 4 innings in the books. 4-0 CIU leads. Picciano to lead it off, top of the 5th inning. 4-0 Columbia International trying to even up this doubleheader. First pitch from Harmon, outside and low for ball 1. Rams won the first. I've not seen such luck here in this game. They had the bottom of the 3rd where the bases were loaded with 2 outs and Sparks took a pitch looking. Pitch cranked into center field. Storer playing back and makes the catch, an easy out number 1. Robin Andrews, the left fielder. First pitch in the dirt. Rams will have their 8-9-1 due up in this bottom of the 5th inning, down by 4 runs. The 1-0 outside, 2 balls, no strikes. This game has really slowed down. Two-0. Inside, ball 3. Swing and a miss. Harmon ready. 1 out. Here's the pitch. Popped up. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff. Yanked down the left field line and foul. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Here's the pitch. And another ground ball foul. Well, we have seen out of Columbia International, they have been early on a few of these pitches today. Starting out these battles with foul balls all down the left field line for the right-handed hitters. Another payoff. Popped up foul, third base side. One out, nobody on already. 4-0 in favor of the Columbia International Rams, looking for a win to talk about on the way home to South Carolina. Another 3-2. Popped up, left field. Melick shuffles back, steps up, 2 outs. Two outs. Here's the pitch. A little bit low and away. So Janning at the plate, reached her last time, ended up scoring a run, count at 1-0. Ready for the 1-0. Inside, 2 balls, no strikes. Two-0, check swing. Did not go. 3 balls, no strikes. Already 2 outs and 4-0. Columbia International leads. 3-0. Good pitch down the middle. Strike one. Here's the 3-1. Inside corner. Boy, they like to call that one. Strike two. Full count. 2 outs, nobody on. We're in the top of the 5th inning. Catcher at the plate, ready to go. 3-2. Popped up behind home plate, over the netting, and out of play. Another 3-2. Inside and low. Ball 4. So the inning continues. 4-0. Top of the 5th. 2 outs. Leslie Hicks. First pitch to her, check swing. Oh, she went around. That's ball 1. Probably should appeal that. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Inside and low. 2 balls, no strikes. From Harmon. Inside and low. Casanova throws. Nobody's there. It's into center field. Down the middle, strike 1. So Harmon's back in there. 3 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Top of the 5th keeps going on. 4-0 with a runner in scoring position. 3-1. Cranked into left center. That's going to score a run. Bouncing all the way to Storr. Janning on her way home, and now it's 5-0. Big-time piece of 2-out hitting. So Hicks makes it 5-0. A quick mound visit from Riley O'Neill. Elizabeth Allen. Ready to go. First pitch. Down the middle. Strike 1. Allen's back into the lineup after we saw Jennings bat for her last time out. CIU's all fired up. It's getting even harder for Bluefield to try to come back in this one. And for the 0-1. In the air, left field, Mellick running back, makes the catch, out number 3. 5-0 the score. CIU leads Bluefield, bottom of the 5th. Bottom of the 5th inning, Rams are down 5-0. Haley Davis looks at it low, ball 1. Haley Engel on the call here. Glad to have you with us on the Rams Digital Sports Network. A tougher go-around for Bluefield in Game 2 of the doubleheader. This 8-9-1 due up. Here's the freshman and Davis. Swings and hits it deep to center field and dropping in for a base hit. Allender can't make the catch, and the Rams have their leadoff batter on for Bryn Kennedy. So a couple of freshmen and then right back to the top of the lineup with a senior. Senior Day coming up this weekend. We're going to be right back here tomorrow. How about this, folks, at 10 a.m. So an early first pitch for Bluefield softball. That is going to be against Bernal. That pitch is low. Big jump for Davis. Won't go, though. It's ball 1. So Chick-fil-A will still be serving breakfast for another 30 minutes. But we'll be here. 1 ball, no strikes. Here's the 1-0. Hit deep in the air, center field. Allender glides back to make the catch, and Haley Davis trots back to first. What you're seeing now, though, the Rams are putting the bat on the ball and getting a little bit of air under it, but down 5-0 in the bottom of the 5th. They have at least 2 more chances to pile on runs, but not as much time as they did to start out this game. Here's Riley O'Neill. Can she trigger another big hit for Bluefield? Haley Davis on with a single at first. 1 out. Bottom of the 5th, 5-0 the score. Inside ball 1. Holler still in the circle. Inside corner, evens it up at 1-1. Got him 1-1. Holler ready to go. The pitch hit up the middle. Base hit for Riley O'Neill. Davis gets to second throw, backed up by Holler. Now 2 runners aboard for Bluefield. Kristen Stewart trying to keep it going. 5-0 the score. Rams trying to avoid being shut out. Well, the Rams' best chance was back in that 3rd inning. Lakin Sparks came up to the plate with the bases loaded, 2 outs, and took strike 3 looking. Already 1 out, bottom of the 5th. Holler's starting to give up some well-struck balls. As she deals the first pitch, popped up, right center. Jumping in, and she's got it. So Allen makes the catch. Now there's 2 outs. Lexi Harmon with a chance here. It's 5-0. Chance for Harmon here. First pitch. Down the middle. Strike 1. No balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Davis at second. Riley O'Neill at first. Inside and low. Count evens up at a ball and a strike. Rams with a couple of singles into center field in this game, this inning. And it's been tough to find anything to go against Holler, but now for Bluefield putting the bat on the ball and sending it to the outfield. Ground ball straight over to short. Devaney pops a throw to first, a bit high. Did she get her foot down? No. So she's safe. Meanwhile, Davis just trotting off of third, and now the bases are loaded. So Picciano caught the ball, had her back heel off of the bag, and then for Lexi Harmon, got to first, and there's going to be a conference here because I think that the home plate umpire might have a better vantage point of this than the infield umpire. Rams will take it. Taylor Strange up to the plate now with the bases loaded and 2 outs. This is a big call. I don't even think that was what he was looking at. And she's out. Overruled there. There's out number 3. 5-0 the score, and it stays that as we head to the 6th. Ready for the 6th inning. Rams still trail 5-0 after a controversial call that could have loaded the bases as that one has popped up shallow left. Mellick charges in, makes the catch. There's out number 1. Right back up to the top of the lineup. Here's Devaney. Allender missed the mark on that one. Alyssa Allender on deck. First pitch to the shortstop. Inside, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Bailey Engel here. We're happy to have you on the Rams Digital Sports Network. Going to have some morning games for you tomorrow. Then on Saturday, got Jake Hyman coming in to fill in. 1-0. It's up high. 2 balls, no strikes. Ready for the 2-0. Here it comes. Hit foul. Count at 2-1. What's on the line here? Rams looking for their 4th straight win. That's the Bluefield College Rams, of course. And for Columbia International, trying to snap a 3-game losing streak. And this could have been a big sweep for the Rams. And I mean, they still could do it. We're just in the 6th inning. 2 more chances for Bluefield to bat in this one. Also fighting off the win. 2-1. Popped up foul. 2 balls, 2 strikes as it goes over the first base side and down the hill. That wind really is killing us. Get 2-2 with 2 out or 1 out. Nobody on. Here's a 2-2. And the dirt and a hitter. After it hit her, here comes Allender. The pitch was Allender shows bunt, called a strike. And an 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch, outside and low. Ball and a strike here. Rams need just a surge in their bats. Holler's been able to mechanically work through the Bluefield lineup, though the Rams had 2 runners on right there at the end. Lexi Harmon originally called safe at first, and then after a conference was called out. As there's a strike again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To go with the 1-2. High and in. Evens the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Showing bunt. Pulls back. Runner takes off. It's outside. Casanova throws, and it has just been tough to throw any runners out. Meanwhile, she's on her way to third, and she gets there. Belly flopping onto the bag. Now 3 balls, 2 strikes. And that's where you find it's very tough to not have Meredith Throckmorton in the lineup for Bluefield, because that puts Riley O'Neill as the catcher. And you have your senior at catcher rather than at first base. Payoff popped up in the infield. Harmon calls it, makes the catch. Out number 2. Kayla Washington can make it 6-0 here with a base hit. Rams won the first game 7-1. They have failed to score a run here in game number 2. Runner at third, the pitch. High and inside, ball 1. Kaylin Devaney at third base. Washington, the third baseman, can make it 6-0 with a base knock here. 1-0. And didn't miss by much. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Looks like there's a Little League game going on around this complex. We won't have a high school game behind us today. 2-0. In the air, deep to center field. Store at the fence, and that ball's gone. 7-0. Big time 2-out home run. And all of a sudden, CIU is just a run away from run-ruling Bluefield here in the 6th inning. Giano up to the plate now, so a complete change from what we saw in game 1. First baseman at the plate now. This is the first home run we've seen from either team today. First pitch down low. Also, a tip of the cap to Columbia International. With most of their runs they've scored today, that has been done predominantly with 2 outs. Ready for the 1-0. Inside corner, call it a strike, 1-1. He's ready, 1-1. Ground ball, third base, off for Palm, an error. So now a game that could solidify a mercy ruling is at first base. Brings up Robin Andrews with 2 outs. The Rams just look flat. A pinch runner coming in for Columbia International. First time today, or rather the second time today, we're going to see Bianca Morales. So Bianca Morales runs Elena Picciano off, the freshman from South Carolina. Now the freshman from the DR over at first base. Robin Andrews back up to the dish. Popped up, foul territory, out of play, strike 1. Rolling down that first base line. Harmon, tough inning, 0-1. In the air, left field. Mellick climbing in, calls for the ball, and makes the catch. Boy, she has turned into a sure-handed left fielder. 7-0 though, bottom of the 6th. And the Rams just trying to find some runs when we come back. Second baseman from Tennessee steps up to the plate, Taylon Strange. 4, 5, 6, 2 up for Bluefield. Holler still in the circle, and she whips a first pitch outside for ball. Bailey Engel on the call here in the bottom of the 6th. Rams trail 7-0. 2-run bomb from Kayla Washington got them within a run of making this a run rule contest. Here's the 1-0, high and in, 2 balls, no strikes. Rams won the first game 7-1, but that seems like a distant memory how this game has gone. Just not great opportunities for the Rams. And the bases loaded, but 2 outs still, 2-0. Popped up, foul territory, out of play. 2 balls, 1 strike. The pitch popped up again, this time fair territory. Allender called off by Allen, and the right fielder makes the catch in shallow right for out number 1. Brings up Veronica Casanova. And here comes that wind with the sand. I'll taste it a little bit there again. 1 out, nobody on. 7-0 the score. Pitch is high and away to Casanova. Oh, that got right in my eye. I was wearing sunglasses that time. I don't even know how that makes sense. 1 ball, no strikes. Oh, we need a press box so badly. Holler shoulder shrug, 2-0. Actually make that ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Inside and low. Three balls, no strikes, 1 out. Melick is on deck. Pitch. Down the middle, strike 1. Ready for the 3-1. High and in, outside ball 4. 4. Well, 4 balls in that at bat, and Holler has fought through this Bluefield lineup. Gabby Melick trying to get on base. Down 7-0. Ready for Melick. Corner infielders playing in Washington and Picciano. Now the pitch. Swinging a foul tip, driven back to the screen. Strike 1. Rams now at 14-26. Oh, 1. Hit down the left field line, dropping foul. Makes it no balls, 2 strikes. A slap hitter that sometimes gets herself into tough situations like what we saw out of her earlier hit. Our own batted ball, 0-2. Ground ball up the middle. Holler to first. Not in time. Infield single. Mary Blake Avery up to the plate now with 1 out. 2 runners on for Bluefield. Can they make this interesting here in the bottom of the 6th inning? Casanova at second. Ground ball down the third base line and foul. Makes it 0-1. Rams trying to get these bats to wake up. Count it 0-1. Pitch. Ground ball up the middle, glove there, out at second, throw to first, not in time. So hit right into a fielder's choice, and that was pretty close to being a 6-3 double play. Brings up Haley Davis, 7-0 the score. Rams looking for the first run of Game 2 after scoring 7 in Game 1. Drew Bailey looking over at third base with Casanova at third now. Rams have left a good amount of runners on in this game. Well, they're going to call time. That makes sense. You're up by 7 runs. Might as well talk about it. Top of the 6th inning with 2 outs. Trying to figure out the right thing to go with here on these risk coaches. It's a quick time. 7-0. Bottom of the 6th. 2 outs. Runners on the corners for the Rams. Here's the pitch. In the air, deep to left center, going back, and Allender makes the catch for out number 3. Another inning where the Rams strand a couple of runners on base. On to the 7th and final inning. Rams down 7-0 to Columbia International. Lexi Harmon still in the circle for Bluefield. Top of the 7th, and the first pitch to the catcher. Madison Janney down low and in. Ball 1. Seven nothing. Tough one for Bluefield as that pitch is destroyed foul towards the car and not going to hit it. One ball, one strike. Counted 1-1 with nobody on. Harmon trying to pitch a complete game. She'll likely have to pitch again tomorrow as that pitch is high. As we mentioned, 10 o'clock a.m. first pitch tomorrow. Got a little bit of morning softball for you. Two balls, one strike. Here's the pitch. Fouled back. Evens it up at 2-2. Two balls, two strikes. Going through the meat of the lineup here. The pitch. Ground ball, third base side and foul. That's what Columbia International has done a lot better than they did in game one. They foul off balls, extend at bats. Lexi Harmon's had to throw a lot of pitches because of it. Leadoff batter of the 7th inning. Two-two, high and outside, ball 3. Columbia International is fired up on the third base side. They are making a ton of noise. Payoff, inside, ball 4. Well, the people on the first base side saying good pitch, and it was, but I think you got the call right. That was almost hit her. Leadoff batter is on. High and outside, ball 1. Hicks is up in the count, 2 balls, no strikes. Harmon just trying to get a quick 3 outs to save her ERA a little bit and give the chance to Bluefield to at least try to rally and score runs. Holler has pitched a complete game as well. 2 balls, no strikes. No outs, runner at first. And the dirt, 3 balls, no strikes. Casanova calls time. Talking this one over with her junior pitcher. Count at 3-0. Down the middle, Casanova throws to second. Tag, got her! There's strike 1, and Casanova led Bailey there, but led her straight into the runner. Out number 1 at the top of the 7th inning. Clears the base paths. By the way, 3-1 on Hicks. Here's that pitch. All 4. 2 straight walks. Pitch is inside, ball 1. Inside and low, 2 balls, no strikes. Allen at the plate, 1 out. Runner at first. Rams down 7-0, top of the 7th. Fouled away, left side. Outside again, ball 3. 3 balls, 1 strike. Top of the 7th inning. Harmon, it's been a long afternoon. Lots of extra pitches throughout these 7 innings. 3-1 inside corner, called strike 2. Now Allen in a full count. Payoff. Popped up, foul territory, left side. Gabby Mellick will watch it go. And it's out and down the hill. Rams want a double play to try to send themselves into the bottom of the 7th. The pitch. Swinging a foul tip, grazed by the bat and going right to the screen. So Allen battling a full count. The pitch popped up behind home plate and out of play. Going to get a new game ball. There have been about 3 or 4 just rolling down the hill. 7th inning of softball. Final inning of our doubleheader today. Rams are down 7-0. Fouled away again. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner at first. Another payoff. She really is battling, and if you're Columbia International, that is something you can really brag about when you go home. Sarah Allen really has to be excited about the way her team battles through these at-bats. A couple of first-year head coaches squaring off. Another conference. Three balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. The pitch popped up behind home plate, still fouling it off. This has to be at least the 9th or 10th pitch of this at-bat. Another 3-2. Ground ball hit over to Mary Blake Avery. Throws to second, gets the out. Gets the second out, 7-0. The score remains. And it continues. And it's high. Ball 1, Allender at the plate. Allen at first. 7-0 the score with 2 outs. Ready for the 1-0. High and away. 2 balls, no strikes. More softball tomorrow at 10 a.m. They're going to be playing on Saturday as well. 8 games in 4 days. All of these are conference games, so you have to get them in. 2-0. Fouled back. Makes it 2-1, and that's really the struggle with playing in Bluefield and also playing at someone else's field. Because it's going to snow until April Fool's Day. 2-1. High and away. Throw to second. Skips. And she's safe at second base. Three balls, one strike, two outs. Runner at second base. Good pitch, strike two. Three balls, two strikes. Full count, two outs. Runner at second. Top of the seventh inning with a 7-0 lead. Harmon deals. Popped up, left field. Melick running in, calls for the ball, still running, and Lauren Bailey actually makes the catch. So the shortstop grabs it for out number 3, and the Rams of Columbia International leave a runner on. Final inning for Bluefield, 7-0 they trail. Bottom of the seventh, Bryn Kennedy up against Holler. First pitch, grounds it over to third. Washington catches it on a bounce, throw to first, one out. Now Holler is 2 outs away from winning this one, and right back to the top of the lineup for Bluefield and Riley O'Neill. Here's the pitch. Inside and low, ball one. Ball and no strikes. Riley O'Neill has been consistent all day for Bluefield. Pitch. High and away. 2 balls, no strikes. Had a fun one in game one. 7-1 the score where the Rams piled it on, but out here in game 2, Rams just cannot buy a run. 2-0. High and away, 3 balls, no strikes. Well, in hindsight, probably should have put on some sunscreen today. I'll deal with that tomorrow. 3 balls, no strikes. We need a roof. Ready for the 3-0. And it's low for ball 4. First pitch to Store, inside, ball 1. Ball and no strikes. 1 out with Riley O'Neill over at first base. Rams down to their final 2 outs in the game. 1-0. Down the plate, strike one. Riley O'Neal bouncing off the bag over at first. It's the 1-1. Line straight over to Washington, throw to first, and that is the ball game. So the Rams split the doubleheader, and this one ends with a shutout win for Columbia International and snaps their 3-game losing skid at 7-0. Going to be right back here tomorrow at 10 a.m. against Purnell, but until then, my name is Bailey Engel reminding you the final score of Game 2 of this doubleheader, 7-0, CIU wins.